Hello, it's Christina Dune with your Married at First Sight New Zealand, Season 2, Episode 7 recap. First off, this morning on the news, it was kind of cool. I saw Tom Abercrombie. He's the highest scorer in Breakers history, so well done to him. All right. But on with our recap. Well, we join our couples at their apartments. We start off with Wayne and Ksenia. He made breakfast. Wayne gives Ksenia some ideas of what to do for the day. Ksenia doesn't seem interested. He asks her which is better, him or the croissant she's eating. She says, the croissant. Dan and Yuki talk about dinner prep, and he says he'll make dinner. She says it still feels like a dream. Sam says that Taylor made him mad because he said his ear hurt. Sam pushed him to go to the doctor and sort it out. Apparently, he just can't be bothered with hearing whinging or whatever. Julia and Dave had their first argument and slept in different rooms. She says he took it quite bad. She says she needs time alone because apparently 30-some years of being alone wasn't enough for her. I think we both know it's just because she's not attracted to him, and she's made her mind up. Julia says she's going out to dinner with Sam. Is that okay? Dave says very subdued, yes, because why wouldn't you use up the time that you have going out with other people? This is supposed to be your experiment, but hey, whatever works, Julia. Rationalize it. Sam and Taylor are having trouble communicating. Sam doesn't think that Taylor is being, well, he's not good at communicating, he says. He says he's too blasé. But yet Taylor says, he's not fussy. He just tries to go with the flow. But this seems to bother Sam. Sam says he's going to the gym alone. Ksenia says Wayne likes everything she doesn't. She thinks that she is more grounded than him, but Wayne says he quit his job to do this experiment. He's here to give his all to his wife, and he's committed, so she needs to just chill out. Maybe if she's that worried, she should, I don't know, talk to him about it. Ask him what, his thoughts for the future are with them. How about that? Deep cleansing breath. All right, Frasier and Monique, they're having a quiet breakfast. He says he's comfortable with the pace of things. He says she's dorky in an adorable way. Monique doesn't like Wheat Bix, and honestly, girl, I don't either. They're like little sponges, but that's just us, right? Wayne and Ksenia go to the park. She has a swing. I think Wayne's a bit weirded out by this, but then he seems to soften up a bit when he sees she's just having some fun, He just needs to relax a bit. Ksenia says they actually do have something, which I said, really? Which is great. I'm happy for them, the whole intention of this project was to get people together, so I hope that it is working. Does Wayne know that? I don't know. Frasier is cooking for Monique. He starts to flirt a bit, which, bless his heart. I got to give a lot of credit to Frasier because he really is trying. Monique says they have different senses of humor, but, we'll see. Sam is upset that Tyler doesn't have any requests for him, like he asked him to go to the gym with him. But before, he had said that very morning that he didn't want him to go. So Taylor is confused. And honestly, so am I, because I was like, wait a minute, you say you wanted your time alone, and now you're saying you want him to go to the gym with you, and I don't know. I was confused, so I can understand why poor Taylor was, too. And Taylor's like, I'm just trying to go with the flow, but again, this is upsetting Sam. Sam's getting upset because apparently he doesn't like the fact that Taylor says he just wants to go with the flow, which I don't understand. So I can really, I see why Taylor is so confused, because I am too. Ugh. Anyway, so Sam says this is a problem. He doesn't know if Taylor can fit into his lifestyle. Sam says they can either make it work or watch it crumble. So they've got hard choices to make. I think really what it is that Sam's got hard choices to make. He needs to figure out what he really wants. Does he want Taylor to go to the gym with him? Does he not want him to go to the gym with him? Is he going to change his mind every 5 seconds to keep it confusing for everybody? We don't know. It's tough. Anyway, so Taylor, he was a bit upset because Sam just walked off to go meet his friend. Experts say that if people feel disgruntled, it may be because they aren't getting what they want. Hello, that didn't take rocket science, so yeah. Dan and Yuki seem to be learning more about each other. Dan says he isn't a deep emotional person, and Yuki seems to be learning. Um, they're learning more about each other. Um, and unfortunately, Dan says he's just not a deep emotional person. He is what he is, and I think that's why Yuki's a bit afraid that she's going to get hurt because he's not one to, I guess, get all flowery and say poetry or anything. He's just the guy who is what he is, and I think that lack of Yuki knowing his deep down emotions, I think that's what has her nervous. That's just my opinion. Taylor goes to Julia for advice. He told her he was upset that Sam just walked away. He feels like Sam turned his back on him literally and emotionally. And Taylor said he was going to surprise him by taking him bowling, but he feels like that kind of got ruined after the whole argument thing. He's tired of feeling like shit after each conversation, but then says he's going to try even harder to communicate more. Monique and Frasier have dinner guests, which I think is great for them. I think it's really good for them to do something like this together. Frasier's cooking, but holy crap, dude, ease up on the salt. You're going to die young. Whoa. Monique's mom seems to think they're good together. She says they're well matched and they're very similar. But is that going to be an issue too, that they're so similar? The boys tried to talk through their spat from the day prior. Sam says he was really pissed off. He says after that he feels 50-50 about the relationship, where it was higher before that point. Taylor told Sam that he was hurt that he walked away. Then Sam is mad because Taylor went and talked to Julia. He's mad that he caught up with her without him. Taylor is trying to communicate with Sam, but I guess he felt that wasn't the right time. He seems mad that it took him 3 weeks to tell him about his preventative drug that he takes for, because he's had the heart operations and, he's just trying to protect his body. So is this going to be Sam now? Is he going to go the route that he's going to find fault with everything that Taylor does? I don't know. Or is he just nitpicking or what is it? We don't know. So he says, communicate with me, but then he seems to find a reason to be mad at him for opening up. So I don't know. It's just one of those weird, it's just weird, that's all. The couples are getting ready to meet with the experts and the other couples. Of course, they're nervous. Taylor is nervous because he says he doesn't know what they're going to ask him. Sam says he's used to being very independent and sort of seeing where he can push boundaries and things. Monique's nervous. Audie looks gorgeous, and I swear that Gareth just gets cuter every time I see him. He really is. He's so hot, eh? Gareth is curious to hear the perspective of the experts. Julia still can't handle Dave's metrosexual ways. What is wrong with you, Julia? Lighten up. Julia gives her reasons for not wanting to spend time with Dave. I think Dave is right that she gives more affection to the boys than to him. She claims it's because she feels pressure to feel something for him, which I mean is understandable. However, you know what I'm saying. The experts ask the couples to write stay or leave in the upcoming commitment ceremony. Yuki's insecurities have her worrying. She is worried she's going to get hurt, which I just, Dan, you better not hurt Yuki, or you're going to have a whole bunch of old ladies coming after you. Monique explains that she and Frasier, she asked Frasier to slow things down, and he was obviously, very happy to do so, and he's quite happy with the pace of things now, so that's good. Ksenia says they don't talk about feelings, but you know what? It takes two, mate. So if you want to know stuff about him, open up and ask him. Wayne would be happy to answer your questions. Or, well, I'm guessing he would be, but we won't know unless you start asking. Oh, Sam starts making some snarky comments regarding Ksenia and the girls. He's bored. He says he'd rather be with the boys. Well, as you can see later, the boys are having some laughs, so you can see why he would prefer to be with the boys. Monique opens up that she and Frasier are sharing a bed without benefits, but she felt they would be taking a step backward if they stayed in separate rooms. Well, this causes a bit of, few people getting their hackles up in that. And you know what? That's because they're just not, I don't think that they are, what am I trying to say? They're comfortable with giving their reason by saying that they need their space and all that. When we really know, it's a nice way of them saying, I'm not attracted to you. So we know that's really what it is. But that's my opinion. If you disagree, please feel free to put your opinions in the comments, because I'm curious to hear what people think of this. So anyway, back to where are we at? Oh yeah. Well, Sam says Taylor's gonna hear a lot of things tonight. And Audie says, please don't make her cry. Fraser points out the obvious tension of doing this in front of everyone because everybody's gonna hear, if you want to stay or if you want to leave. Oh, up first is Audie and Gareth. Audie says they said their verbal vows, but they haven't done emotional vows. Gary says they are taking this day by day. Audie says they're a good match. They seem a bit tight-lipped regarding their private relationship. The experts just want to know if the relationship is developing, but this seems to really piss them off because they don't want to talk about it. But finally, after much pressing, they finally say they're happy with things and that sort of thing. Because Audie's like, I lived 13 years day by day. And then Tony says, well, how was that for you? And she's like, it worked fine, but you could tell she was really pissed off that he said that. She did shut down a little bit because I think she just didn't want to discuss things that she hadn't discussed with Gareth, which is fair enough, but you guys knew you were coming to this, so you probably should have discussed it. That is, after all, why you got involved in the experiment. Am I right? They didn't just set you up so you guys could just go naff off and do your own thing. Us viewers, we're invested. We want to know. So I'm sorry, but that's what you signed up for. Anyway, they both wrote stay, which is great because we'd like to see more of this. However, at this point, Audie is not a happy chappy. She says she basically wanted the experts to, quote, fuck off. She says she and Gareth are doing fine, which, they seem to be, but I guess that flying by the seat of your pants life is, they seem to both be okay with it. I don't know. Wayne and Ksenia. Wayne says Ksenia is like an onion. She has layers. Wayne thinks that humor is all they have. Wayne says she's beautiful, but he's had that all before. He wants substance too. And I think this kind of surprised Ksenia in a bit. I really think it surprised her. It's like, okay, well, she obviously knows he thinks she's beautiful. But I personally... maybe she's just nervous, and that's why all the nervous giggling and the mean, snarky comments. I don't know. Do you think that was why it was? Or do you think that's just a personality thing? Or do you think that that's her way of being nasty? Or I don't know. I'm really curious because I don't understand her. And again, she, when you come from a different, she's Russian. So, her cultural upbringing might be different. So, I don't know. Maybe she's doing this in a way where she feels it's sort of endearing. But, to us it might come off as snarky. I don't know. I'm really curious to hear more about this because I don't want to sell her down the river, but well, let's face it, right now it doesn't look great. But it seems to be going better than it was. I mean, towards the end of the honeymoon there, we thought, at this point, we didn't know if she was going to kill him in his sleep or what. But at least, they are progressing. He's trying. It looks like she's trying, so we'll see. But I'm so curious about these two because, oi. Anyway, so she says that Wayne's the nicest guy she's ever dated, but she feels very pressured with everyone around her. So you can kind of understand that. But at that point, it ends because we don't know what Ksenia says, if she's going to stay or leave. I guess we'll have to wait and find out next time. We're going to have surrender dates. They're going to be meeting some families, and we'll hear the rest of everyone's stays or leaves with the ceremonies. Well, that should have us all caught up now. We'll have another episode that happens tonight, so we'll catch you up in the morning. Till then, have a great day, everybody. We'll see you next time.